primitive methods that I can try, at least he tried, right? So he found another rock that had a nice smooth indent on it so he could use it as a bearing block, and he worked for several hours working on this fire, bow drill. On the 5th hole, on the 5th burn-in on his hearth, I noticed it was the 5th hole, he got a coal. And I was really happy for him, because that's tough. Now, one thing that came to mind right off the bat was it's early in the show. It's only on day 7. If this had been day 41, would he have gotten a coal? I don't know. You know, we're out there starving and stuff. Would he have gotten a coal at that point? I don't know. So it's good that he got this coal. It's only on day 7. Now, he expressed some concern about trying to maintain that fire for the whole duration of him being there, and that's going to be extremely hard for him to do, and I think it's going to be demoralizing in his mental toughness on this situation. So let's keep an eye on that. I think that's going to play a role on him a little bit. Now again, let's move forward to look at Tracy again. She checks her gill net. She had a crab and a fish. Yummy. Then she starts talking about September of 1997. She was an officer of the law. There was a thing came across the radio about, you know, dispatch said that there was a shooting, and she was trying to call the office. Apparently she was getting ready to go off duty or something like that. She was calling the office and calling the office, they wouldn't answer. So she had a moment where she wasn't sure if she needed to respond to this call or not. This is if I'm understanding it correctly. So she's wondering if she needed to respond or not to this call, right? Well, she ended up go ahead and deciding to go, okay, I'll go respond to this call. By the time she got there, there was already a woman being carried out. I guess there was a fatality. And this is heavy on her mind, because she was explaining that if I wouldn't have had that indecisiveness in my decision to go or not, if I would have just went, I could have possibly been there to stop that woman from getting killed. So she's got that weight on her shoulders. And Tracy, you can't carry that burden, sweetheart. You did what you did, and it was the right thing, and you made the choice you made, and I back you up 110% on your choice, girl. You can't carry that weight, sweetheart. I mean, I know it sucks, and I know you guilt yourself for it, but it wasn't your fault. That was a crazy madman, and maybe there was a reason that you didn't show up. Maybe it would have been you. Maybe you would have been the statistic. We don't know. All we know is our life is in God's hands, and you did the right thing by what you knew at the time. I can't sit here and say anything more than that. The next thing that it talks about on the show was Tracy went to bed. It was nighttime. It was like almost midnight. And she hears a bunch of noise. And it was a bear. She hears some twigs snapping and stuff. It was two or three bears. One of them was like pushing against the back of her shelter, like pushing on her head or her body. That's got to be nerve-wracking, folks. If you've never been in that situation where you've had that happen to you, it chills you to the bone. I've had things like that happen to me before, and it is scary. And the way she handled it was like a trooper. This woman has some toughness about her, man. I'm telling you. She got out her air horn. She blew the air horn. She put, I think she had her lamp on, her headlamp, and she verbally talked to the bears, get out of here, you know, and she sparked up a flare. And the way she handled this bear encounter told me a lot about Tracy. She's not afraid of these bears. And it made me go back to episode 1 and reminisce on Larry and how Larry said, get out of here. You know, the way he was talking to the bears was, again, just like her. It was spot on. They both know how to deal with these animals. And I was very impressed with how Larry did in episode 1, which I failed to talk about, and the way Tracy did here in episode 3. I was really impressed. So we didn't get to see Justin this episode. We didn't get to see Mike. We didn't get to see David. But now we're down to 8 people. So Desmond's gone, Mary Kate's gone. So folks, I want to say thank you for watching the video today on my thoughts on season 2, episode 3. I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Again, my apology for all the wind. I hope you didn't get any wind noise, and if you did, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get this vid out before I get called to go to work. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, and God bless you guys. And all of you on the Cast On Alone, I want to say thank you guys for putting yourselves out there and you know, letting us learn, you know, all these skills that you're sharing. And yeah, I hope someday I can be on that show so that I can feel what you guys feel. It's amazing. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.